Oink indeed.
Indeedy do.
Oh, God!
Playing that ragtime jazz. Wait, are we already slowing down?
No, I'm trying to fix it.
BBBB.
BBBB indeed. Just got a Six Flags ad.
Bum, 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 bum. Do they still do that?
They do. That is precisely what I heard just now.
I just don't
They
think
must-
they have the old man anymore.
They must have the proprietary rights to that song or something.
I
It
mean,
is a
if they
fun
made
song.
it for the commercial, it is their song.
No, I don't. I think it was. I think it existed before the Six Flags started using it.
It did. It was an old party song from like the
We like the
early
party.
90s.
Yeah, which is why I'm just wondering
we
if
like the
they
party.
maybe bought the song's rights or something. I don't know.
Unsure.
Things
But
might
But you know what I
be
am
too.
sure of?
Way sure of.
Is that we're playing Gateway.
Wow!
Wow,
2 weeks in a row. Now that's a pacing.
That's the
Indeed.
pacing.
It's going to be a wild one tonight, folks, because, as you all know, last session ended on a pretty big cliffhanger.
After an epic battle.
After an epic battle. And now, the battle of a different kind is about to take place. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's episode of Gateway.
Woo!
We've got our wonderful Wasteland Warriors, the Runaways.
Hey,
Let's go around the horn and introduce them, starting with Caitlin. Where can they find you and what are you up to?
Hi, hey, hello. My name is Caitlin Elizabeth. You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. I might be on Twitch some here and there over at twitch.tv/Boobs McBalrog with zeros instead of O's. I recently started playing Helldivers 2, and I am addicted.
Ooh.
So
Need to get into a game, which is
yeah, we're gonna play some games. But yeah, I think that's as exciting as things get for me for now.
Fair enough. Up next, we got Lanny Pator. Where can they find you and what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Lanny. I'm also a Helldiver. Find me on the internet, Lanny Pator, twitch.tv/Lanny Pator, YouTube, etc. Ain't got a whole lot new to talk about right now. Just tune in, have fun. We will be back with The Ties That Bind tomorrow afternoon. So tune in for that. There's shenanigans happening. We got sewer mutants. That's really not a great time for it. But then again, when is there a great time for sewer mutants?
Turtle Power.
Indeed. Tune in and we'll figure out how to deal with that. Maybe. I don't know. Gotta talk to a prisoner first. Things happen.
That is true. That is true.
That's me.
Alrighty. Up next, we got Hey, Mr. Rabbit. Where can they find you and what are you up to?
Howdy, what's going on? My name is Rabbit. I'm a writer. You can find me on twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I stream all kinds of fun things. Horror games, RPGs, and what have you. Balatros, really fun. RuneScape, even more fun. I just recently made a demo reel again for this year, and I just finished a boatload of auditions. Chumming the waters and seeing what comes out of that. I like I said, was a writer. Am a writer, I should say. I finished an episodic radio play. It is 100 pages. And I'm making an episodic one now. And I just got done finishing what I'd like to say is 2 episodes of that. I think spoken would be enough to fill maybe like 40 minutes. And getting into radio plays is something I am looking into doing probably next year, I want to say. I want to go ahead and see if I can't really make that a reality. So just spreading my fingers out, just trying all kinds of different things at the buffet, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. And I just am really excited about it. I just want to let you guys know.
Nice.
So yeah, tune into that. And if you want to go ahead and see me play all kinds of fun stuff in the interim, between writing, just come down to twitch.tv/Hey Mr. Rabbit. Have yourself a good old time. That's me.
Radical Dude.
Thank you, buddy.
Cowabunga.
Up next, we got Sarah. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter and YouTube at Sarah with an H and with an E. Willia. Shilling. Ah! I got
Yes.
One of my favorite forms of British currency.
it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Understood.
So, God, let me think. So, Punishing Grey Raven just released their Chaos Unsnarled event update. I'm back voicing number 21 in her feral alternative, what do you call it, skin. Did like trailers and stuff that was fun. In Memento Mori, my character Asi has dropped. She's now got her, what do you call it, gotcha terms, increased pull term right now. Yes, I'm playing. I'm pathetic. Neptunia Game Maker Revolution is out. I'm back voicing Uni. And Read Only Memories Neurodiver just came out. I'm back voicing Jess in that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab myself some water real quick.
That is usually the response to my shilling.
Well, the response after that is excellent. And then after that is they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, at Distortion Devil, Instagram at Connor McKinley VA. And you can find my website at https://ConnorMcKinleyVA.cards.co. Huh. I did it.
Whew.
Where I also have a demo reel. Except that is old news. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tomorrow, we're going to be starting up Darksiders 2. I actually haven't played much of this one. Hopefully, it doesn't give me any guff like God of War has been lately. Toy. What else? Been working on a lot of stuff. Been real busy lately.
I'm back.
Not sure how much of it I can talk about, but yes, it'll all become very apparent soon. Also, be sure to check out my sister's fundraiser. She is currently raising some funds to pay off some lawyer fees because she is trying to get full custody of her son because the other person she shares custody with is not safe to be around. Yes. Very appreciative to everybody who's donated so far. We're over halfway to the goal. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely nuts. And that's about it for me. This episode was brought to you in part by, wait for it, Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right.
Woo!
Die Hard Dice. It's your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. As well, pick up the Lies Aspect Dice, which are in stock. Again, you can actually buy them.
And hold them.
Crazy.
Roll them around in your hand.
know. It's true. Die Hard Dice.
Do not forget the merchandise.
Yes. Speaking of merchandise, be sure to check out our store, our Teespring store, that has a link that is less easy to say. Yes, we got all sorts of designs on there. You can get as t-shirts, subs. What is my brain doing today?
Huh.
I can buy sandwiches from the
Interesting.
t-shirt shop.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Dude, I would love it. I'd be like, dude, I got three t-shirts and a hoagie.
I got this sandwich. 3 different kinds of cheeses and 6 different kinds of meat. I don't even know that many kinds of meat.
What's the difference between capricola and salami?
I don't know. That's delicious. But yeah, be sure to check out our store. Get all sorts of apparel. Get stickers. Get water bottles, mugs, That's probably what I was trying to say. And also, we're going to have a brand new gateway design out sometime soon. We also couldn't do this week in, week out without bits and subs from viewers like you. People such as Shell Hearts, thank you for the 5 months. Night of Snails, thank you for the 27 months Fallout St. Louis. Hell yeah. Zen Hawk, thank you for the 13 months of Prime. And Lord Archive, thank you for the 25 months. With that, are we ready to get back into tonight's episode of Gateway?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Captain.
Bye, chat.
Then let us away.
See you later, chat.
And hopefully the thing,
By John Carpenter?
yeah, maybe. I read the comments. Hopefully my voice doesn't cut out anymore. I disabled a thing. So hopefully that is no longer a problem. We'll find out. Now, on tonight's episode
On Gateway.
on Gateway. Where is it? I always lose track of this one. There it is. When last we left the runaways, Apex the Wildman, Alvin the Mechanic, Cynthia the Nurse, and Louise the Scavenger. They started a hilarious fight with the synth courser named Iris.
Hysterical.
Hysterical. I think I meant to say hellacious there, but instead I said hilarious.
It was full of chicanery!
It was full of chicanery. There were traps and everything. Iris spotted Cynthia and made an offer to spare everyone but her and Dr. Howell if she came with her quietly. After refusing wholeheartedly, the fight kicked off with much bloodshed and mayhem. At one point, Apex's brother Bruce was mortally wounded, prompting the wild man to inject a dose of psycho into his leg. In a frenzy, he was easily able to overpower the courser, but in his addled state, he couldn't tell friend from foe, and knocked Alvin unconscious. Eventually, the runaways triumphed and took the unconscious synth courser to Dr. Howell. After exchanging some words with the rest of her friends, Cynthia prepared to finally enter a new body. But before she can do that, can she conquer the programming of Iris? Find out on a very special episode of Gateway.
Do 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 do. I don't wanna wait for my life to be over.
The last thing you see, Cynthia, is your friends with a look of worry and puzzlement on their faces. Their shocked movements slowing to a halt as white overtakes your vision. And then darkness. Followed by streams of whitish blue light lighting up your vision.
Whoa.
As this vector of circuits lights up your vision, you look down and you see your body has become basically nothing. You see a mass of pure white energy. You don't even have limbs to really manipulate. You are a being in this space of pure consciousness. And as you gaze out over this cybernetic horizon, you begin to see several glowing nodes spring up in front of you, each with a different color. You see yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, cyan. And then 2 more spots where you think there should be more colors, sort of glowing a bit more dull than the rest of them. What do you do?
You said how many?
1, 2, 3, 4,
There was yellow,
5.
orange, purple, blue, cyan.
And then there are 2 more. They both look a bit greenish, but one looks a bit more blue than the other. But overall, they are more dull than the rest of them.
I will approach the ones that are more dull and see what that's about.
You approach the ones that are more dull. You see one is a bit more of a jade, somewhere in between green and blue. And the other one is a more vibrant green that you're used to seeing on terminals and Louise's Pip-Boy and whatnot.
Interesting.
Do you try to interact with either of these?
I would say the jade one. The one that looks a bit more dull.
You try to reach your being towards the jade node, and immediately a feeling of fear overtakes you. You hear this haunting laughter in the back of your consciousness. You see 2 sets of eyes, one amber, one glowing green. You see your enemies hidden in shadow.
Oh. Well, I will immediately backtrack from that node for a moment.
You back away and the feeling of fear subsides.
We'll check out the vibrant green one.
The more vibrant green one, still about the same luminosity as the jade one. Is a bit more of a bright and vibrant green. You reach out towards it with your consciousness, and it feels nice, and it feels familiar, and yet it feels distant and incomplete.
Okay. Before she dives into any of these, she'll check out the other ones as well. Yellow, orange, purple, blue, cyan.
Okay. I'll just go down the list then. As you approach the nodes one by one, you approach the yellow node, and immediately the scent of Nuka-Cola hits your nose.
Oh, the yellow one?
Yeah, the scent of Nuka-Cola and a warm summer day. Maybe just a hint of pond water?
Okay.
Overall, a nice smell, though. You get a nice feeling from the yellow node.
Okay.
As you go to the next one, you feel tense immediately as you approach the orange node. You, in this form, can't really sweat, but you feel like something tries to drip down your face.
Ooh.
You begin to shake, and you would swallow if you had the capability. Dry mouth.
Oh. Okay.
You go down to the red one, and you feel hot suddenly. Not warm like the bright summer's day of the yellow one. You feel hot, and at the same time, bitterly cold. You smell smoke.
Hmm.
You go down to the purple node, and this one feels more immediately familiar than the other ones. You smell old beer sticking to a tavern floor and burning meat. It's loud. And through that loudness, you hear a gross cackle.
Okay.
You go to the blue node, and immediately you feel as if the color in the room sort of drains. Everything becomes a bit more slow, and you feel a bit sluggish. You hear the faint crackle of radio static in the background as you approach the blue node. You then approach the cyan node. And it's like a wave of electricity hits you. Not really, it's just a sensation. But you freeze in place, and if you had a mouth in this form, it would go slack. It is familiar. More immediately familiar, just like the purple one, but also feels nostalgic at the same time. The ones after that are the jade and green notes.
So the order was yellow, orange,
Red, purple, blue, cyan.
Okay. Oh, well, isn't this fun? All right.
Your voice sort of echoes infinitely in this space. You feel at once totally alone, and yet like something may be here beside you.
Let's start somewhere nice. And she'll approach the yellow node first.
Okay. You approach the yellow node, and immediately those sensations begin to hit you once again. Do you touch the node? Hello?
Yes.
Processing?
Sorry, I said yes. I just
Oh.
don't think it picked up. I said yes.
Well, there's a typing happening.
Yep.
Tip, tip, tip,
It was just responding to a message real quick. Okay. You touch the yellow node and you feel yourself sucked quickly into its form, and your surroundings change. Kitty Kingdom, Boston, Massachusetts, November 17th, 2050. Your 6th birthday. Your parents were dead set on giving you the time of your life, and they delivered. You spent all day getting on rides, exploring King Cola's castle, running through the funhouse, and loading up on all that sweet, sweet Nuka-Cola brand merch. You spend your last few moments of your birthday enjoying a crisp, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Nuka-Cola. The one with the blue bottle. The one you couldn't quite pronounce, but the one you know that was your favorite. However,
It's all so real.
You feel the breeze going through your hair. You smell the cotton candy and hot dogs and popcorn. You feel exhausted. You feel the sugar of the Nuka-Cola rushing through your body, but even this caffeinated beverage fails to keep you awake. As after the best day of your life, your eyes slowly begin to close, and with a smile on your face, you can't help but think to yourself that this was the best birthday ever. Before the darkness can take your vision, however, you are suddenly thrust forward in time. You're much older now, wearing a bit more of a bit more of like a high schooler's getup. Lindbergh High School, St. Louis, Missouri, 2058. You're with a group of your friends talking when you look over and notice someone crouched over a few bushes in front of your high school. And as you approach, you see a handsome young man in dirty blonde hair, looking down at a frog that seems to have its leg caught in some sort of plastic netting. He's trying to get the poor thing untangled, but he's not having much luck. What do you do?
Now, question. These are my memories, but do I remember them?
You feel like this is your process of remembering them in this space. You're experiencing these feelings and these memories in real time. You feel like the process of you going through these is you remembering them.
Oh.
So it's less what do you do and what did you do.
So I do
Yes.
know, like, walking up, I know who this is.
You can infer.
Okay. Huh. Well. Never thought I'd get to live this moment twice. Do you, need some help with that?
Oh, yeah. This poor guy's stuck. I'm trying to get this netting off of him, but it just doesn't want to go. Think you can help? I know it's kind of icky for girls, but...
Oh, I don't mind it none. Here, I got a nail file. As long as he can hold his little legs still.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll wits.
Oh, okay. I need this, and then I need that, and then I need to go. Come back. What's happening? Here we go. 8?
Okay. Pardon me, I'm going to mark something down. Okay. You pull out your nail file and you begin to sort of saw at the plastic, looks like might be a plastic beer can holder for like a 6-pack or something that he's just all caught up in. This high school boy holds him still with a gentle yet firm grip, and you file away the plastic. And eventually he's free, but the frog is just so exhausted and spent to move safely on its own. The young man scoops up the amphibian and runs with you to the school's front entrance, where a janitor is just about to lock the doors for the day. Please, sir, we just need a minute. We need to get him some water or he'll dry out. The janitor scratches the top of his head before sighing and opening the door for you.
Well, we can't have that now, can we? Just be quick about it.
As the
Cynthia is smiling so wide right now.
Yeah, the janitor might look a bit more familiar than you initially remember. The scruffy, squat, but wide man opens the high school doors for you to enter in. You rush into the science lab and set the little guy in a plastic container and begin filling it with water. As the frog absorbs the moisture and you finally get a chance to look over at the boy, you notice he's looking back at you. And James, by the way. James Carpenter.
Cynthia. Cynthia McCarthy.
Nice to meet you, Cynthia. And as you smile at each other, feelings blooming in your heart, you are slowly pulled away from this memory. You find yourself standing back in this space. These glowing electrical circuits around you. This time, something about you feels different. As you look down, you notice your digital avatar. You see yellow bones that now form a skeletal visage for you.
Whoa.
As the power of joy builds a solid foundation for your memories to stand on.
Okay. She looks at her hands, moves her bony fingers. I think I get it. Oh, but I'm not gonna like all of it. All right. Let's see. Maybe purple? We'll try that next, I guess.
As you float now, you see your skeleton sort of beginning to respond to your physical movements. You float over to the purple node. And again, those sort of nasty feelings begin to envelop you.
She will. So it was old beer, tavern floor, burning meat.
That is correct.
None of these feel good. That was the only good one.
Not all of your memories are nice.
Yeah. All right. Purple it is.
You reach out, and just like the yellow node, you feel yourself being sucked into another place. Frontenac Plaza, 2287. You smell old drinks and burning meat as you sit with your friends, the runaways, in unfamiliar territory. You're in Frontenac Plaza. You just had a nice stay. And now you and your friends are getting some food at the local tavern. However, a short, rotund man had been tossing back drinks all night, and something about him caught Louise's attention. There had been rumors that the family was operating out of Frontenac, luring out unsuspecting bystanders and dragging them to the arena, and this guy was eyeing up your party all night, like he knew something.
Oh, yeah. Did we do? Thought we followed him, didn't we? Huh. She's gonna take a look at Louise and Alvin and Apex and just kind of take in their faces for a minute.
What would the rest of you be feeling? You all live this moment too.
I was anxious.
It's been a long time.
Alvin would
I know,
probably be feeling. Is this when we were in the holding cell, basically?
This is when I was about to go approach that fat man at the bar and basically shank him.
This
Yeah.
was before
Alvin.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Alvin
I believe like 3 of you approached him at the same time.
Yeah.
I just had a sharpened T-bone steak, so I'm finishing off my steak
yeah,
right now
that's
while keeping
right.
my eye on him.
Right. Alvin's keeping like a practiced eye on him, but just kind of a warm smile. He's not trying to give away the thing that he knows he sees somebody who's being a little bit of a ne'er-do-well.
Cynthia watches Apex finish his steak.
You
And
then
remembers
now
the
notice
shank.
as I take the bone and start sharpening it under the table. I am otherwise unarmed, so I'm just using a knife, like the table side knife, and this bone to sharpen it.
Cynthia will make a move towards this man now that he has his bone knife.
Okay.
You
You make
follow and sit on the other side.
You make a move over towards this man, and As he sits down, you look him in his bloodshot green eyes that remind you of the color of dollar bills. Make a charm roll.
Alrighty. Charm is Oh yeah, there you are. Going
You do get
4.
But it's the first time you've technically met him.
It
so you
So,
get
is.
plus one.
so it would be a
Which doesn't
4.
really help.
a plus
Fine.
one. That doesn't exactly help.
Plus 1 equals 5. There you go.
And there it is.
There it is.
Apex, you roll.
You cannot.
Apex, you roll.
I'm not really here.
Oh,
I'm
I
just gonna
love for him to actually turn and be like, I don't really exist. I'm in your mind.
I'm not
Oh,
actually here
God.
right. I'm not actually here right now. Holds up the T-bone, stabs him in the neck 3 times, walks away.
I'm undercover.
That's how it should have gone.
Alvin just walks up. Don't worry, just drags the corpse into a closet.
That's how old me would handle this. Now we get in a shootout. I go hide in the kitchen. History repeats itself.
You begin to try and talk to this individual. The individual you could probably recognize as Deuce. But you begin trying to use your charm and your fast talking to try and get him to slip up. But throughout the conversation, you see Apex looking over his shoulder. You look down at him, and something about his candor and cadence becomes a bit strange. Not at all like you remember. And as he turns his head up to look over at you, you see something that shocks and frightens you.
Oh.
You see glowing amber eyes and
Oh,
Iris's
no.
face look at you with a dead, dull expression. She says, "Hello, Cynthia. What do you think you're trying to do?"
What am I trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Seems like you might be trying to hijack my body.
Oh.
If you think I'm
No?
going down without a fight, you're sorely mistaken. And time around you freezes suddenly. This short, rotund man suddenly and viciously grows to the tall, coarser form that you know. And she grabs you and throws you out of this memory full force. And
whoa.
like a pane through glass, you find yourself back in the large room with all of the electrical vectors, but you look through the purple node one last time to see Iris's amber eyes suddenly flash purple as she absorbs the power of disgust.
Oh no.
Seems that in a bid to try and shuffle consciousnesses from one body to another, it might be a bit trickier than you initially anticipated.
Oh, fuck.
But there are more nodes in front of you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Does the blue one feel familiar?
All of them feel familiar to a degree.
Okay. She will look at the blue one with a little bit more hesitation and go to the cyan one next.
Okay.
And enters.
Okay. You are absorbed into the cyan node, and you step through once again into your memories. Music? There you are.
Oh
Ooh. The Plains Wasteland, Riverside, St. Charles, Missouri, 2287. Alvin had been talking about the place he calls home, a town called Riverside on, well, the side of a river. Of course, you know it didn't used to be called that. You knew it as Main Street, an old historical district established around the time of Lewis and Clark. It had been maintained all this time with niche shops and a unique nightlife scene. In a way, not much had changed. You and the other runaways turn into the old stone chapel. Alvin knocks on the door, and eventually an old, crispy-looking ghoul steps out dressed in similar coveralls as Alvin. The story of how Bossman rescued Alvin after he was left for dead by his old raider buddies comes to mind, and seeing the look of relief and joy on the old ghoul's face almost seems odd to you. In this ruined world, how can someone afford to spare such genuine kindness to a complete stranger? You walk in and feel a sense of familiarity for the first time in a long time, like you're stepping right back into the old world.
And Alvin, Apex, Louise are all there, I take it?
Yeah. This is playing out much how it did in your real experience.
Please don't ask me to remember.
no.
That's fine.
I won't.
You don't have to remember your part. There's just one part in particular that needs to be remembered. As
Okie dokie.
Cynthia, I need you to make a wits roll.
A wits roll. Oh, God. Okay. God, everything is terrifying now. I'm so scared of every roll. Oh my God, a 4.
Oh,
Aw.
damn!
Roll 20 coming out in force today.
That's just mean, roll 20.
That
Yeah.
is
I've gotten a 1 on every roll thus far.
that is 2 1s.
That's a snake eye.
You feel the presence of Iris again, but before everything freezes, a similar yet different feeling envelops you. As the world freezes, you notice Iris does too. And you hear, deep in the back of your mind, I can let you try again.
Kara?
It may cost me something, but this is important to you.
It is.
If you accept Kara's help here, she will let you reroll. And if you fail that reroll, you can reroll one of the numbers that you would like. Just once. But if you do so with the understanding that it may cost Kara something.
God.
She is offering it willingly.
It costs her something if I roll.
If you re-roll, if you allow her to help you in this instance, it will cost her something. You don't know what that is, but she's offering you something. Basically, I'll explain it to you. There is a percentage chance that something could go wrong on Kara's end. And every time you use this reroll, that percentage will increase. I won't say what it is, but you get a reroll with advantage.
I will do it once.
Okay.
Because we're so early in, and it's not looking awesome right now.
All right. Go ahead. As your eyes flash red, you feel power, a familiar yet foreign power within you surge as you suddenly feel an ability to manipulate this space. Time just resets to the moment just before you begin to look around the old stone chapel. And I'm going to ask you to roll again with advantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll something in real life.
Okay. I'm so scared. Okay. Here we go. 9!
And you can re-roll that one if you'd like.
If I can do it,
Another
I'm
one!
going to do it.
I will laugh, but it's like, come on.
Astounding.
You can't roll worse.
So
Hmm.
1d6
man.
is all I'm rolling,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
To replace
Like, you
the
can't
one.
roll worse.
Yay!
There you go.
14!
There it
Turn
is.
2 1s into 2 6s.
We'll take it. If we were going to use it one time, this was the one.
Okay. Kick the music back up. And so now I need to write something else down. I'm going to roll something in real life now. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
It's fun rolling a D100 across the floor.
Oh my Jesus God.
Roll it down the
Any
hallway.
excuse. That's what I did.
There it goes.
Oh, I'm so worried for her. No.
You begin to look around the old stone chapel, and as if none of the previous conversation with Iris or Kara had just happened, your attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. That's when you see him. It's faint, but the other ghoul acting as Bossman's bodyguard seems kind of familiar to you.
Oh.
You corner him in his room, this point man, and begin grilling him about his role here. Then he asks you a question. What's your name?
Cynthia. Cynthia McCarthy.
He shoots up from his seat and grabs you by the shoulders. Cynthia McCarthy. I can't believe it. Cynthia. It's me, James.
Jane?
Suddenly everything falls into place. How is it that after hundreds of years, two lovers are reunited in the ruins of the place they used to call home? The shock nearly threatens to overwhelm you, and as that feeling overtakes you, you are shunted from this memory once again and thrust back into your digital brainscape. As I need to write something else down. Hot damn.
Wow.
As
That's a very important one. Like a really important one.
well, that's not right. You feel the sensation make your skin cold. Your skin? You look down and you see goosebumps over your cyan skin.
That's
As
cool.
the power of surprise envelops you.
Oh.
Powerful element of all.
We've got joy and surprise. Those are good ones. All right. Got a feeling I'm not gonna like these other ones. All right. Let's go for... orange. All right. Here we go. She steps towards it.
You move your way over to the orange node and you step through. And once again, you are in a new familiar place. That I neglected to get music for.
I got
That's
it,
okay.
Kazoo.
That's all right.
We can do it live.
That's okay. Give me just half a shake. And I will correct this error. Spent all day writing. Did not spend all day putting songs in.
I feel you on a cosmic level, Connor. I was like, wasn't I supposed to? Oh, I was supposed to do a show. Oh, crap.
I was supposed to do something. Hey. There it is. And now to make sure it doesn't blow everyone's ears off.
Thank you.
Any second now. Climactic interrupting of the immersion here.
There's a lot going on in here.
There is a lot.
Like a
going
lot.
on. A lot.
There's so much of Cynthia's life happening right now.
We'll keep it on the gentle piano for right now. Until Roll20 decides it's time for the music to kick up. There we go. think.
Sounding so chill. I like this. This is nice.
Nothing bad happened.
Hey,
There we go.
please.
All right. Here we go. This one's important.
Oh no.
Waiting for Dr. Howell's theme to kick.
Bong.
Oh, that's quite the opposite.
No, it's like it turns out the memory you have to fight for worse. It's the Sephiroth Roach one.
Graduation?
Indeed. Lindbergh High, 2062. Graduation day. Cynthia, your section is next to be called on to walk on the stage and receive your diploma. James Carpenter, who already sits with his diploma in hand, staring down at it, knowing his education stops here, is in your sight. He'd already told you what he planned to do after high school. He planned to enlist in the U.S. Army, anticipating that a war was almost a certainty at this point. You also planned on enlisting eventually, but you'd wanted to take a different path in the war, one that saved lives instead of taking them. But that would require additional time and resources. You weren't even sure if you'd see James again until after the war. Maybe not even at all. As those thoughts race in your mind, you hear your name from the crackling gymnasium speakers.
Cynthia McCarley?
Carthy, I could have sworn I spelled it right.
As most high school principals do, mispronouncing your name. You strut onto the stage and receive your diploma. She stops you to shake your hand, smiling as she places a hand on your back.
We're all so proud of you. We know you're going to go on to do great things, Cynthia.
As a, once again, familiar-looking visage from your present, a bit more tidy than you remember seeing this particular individual, with straightened hair and nice, clean graduation robes. Having graduated with honors, you turn around to the front of the stage and you see a podium affixed with a microphone.
Oh no.
Having graduated with honors, you are entitled to give a brief speech, should you wish. Did you?
Oh my god. Was she valedictorian? Oh my god. Oh god, she was, wasn't she? Oh no. Cynthia's thinking to herself, it is real weird to see Miss Pym's face be Louise's, but you know what? We're gonna do it. She
Also
walks
embarrassed
up-
now that your principal got the valedictorian's name wrong.
She's
Listen,
had,
Things
to say
happen.
she's had to say the name of hundreds of students
yeah,
up before
she's
then.
like the last one. So they saved Cynthia for last to give the valedictorian speech.
You're in the M's. You're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
she
why.
will approach the podium.
The microphone as you approach.
She will look out at the sea of faces as she recalls her high school classmates. Sees the bully, the jock, the nerd, all the people she remembers. My fellow classmates.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, you're the best.
Such flattery. That'll get you everywhere, you know. Well, 4 long years. Went by in a moment, didn't it? Feels like a dream. But Now we're gonna venture out into the world and do amazing things with our lives. And yes, our world is a broken place right now. The energy shortages, the recovery from the plagues that have happened, it's been a lot. But you all made it here. You all made it to walk across this stage. So go out there and continue doing what you've done here. Don't give up. Keep fighting for a world that you want to see. And leave it better than the world you came into. Take care.
Make a charm roll.
Oh, I'm worried. Okay. 7.
That is a pass.
That is a pass.
As you hear a gentle applause arise from not just the students sitting in their chairs, but from the parents sitting in the stands. Yeah, woo! A nice, humble applause for Cynthia McCarthy
She's
graduating with
theological and
honors.
practical.
That was adequate.
And as
Cynthia's
you
like-
walk,
Great. I had a way better speech, but I do not remember it right now.
as you walk off of the stage and back towards your seat, you are once again thrust
Oh!
into this strange little brainscape you've made up for yourself. And you, sort of shaking off the jitters, begin to feel the tension and the nerves enter your muscles, as rippling underneath your cyan skin, you now feel the weight and the tension and the strength of muscles as the power of anticipation drives you to move forward.
Okay. All right. Oh. All right. Let's see. I lost purple though, correct?
The purple color is dull, like the jade and green ones.
Okay. Gonna go for red next. I guess.
Red, as you approach the red color, those feelings overtake you once again. You are thrust into a place that you would rather not be in.
Her pupils dilate as she starts hearing the gunshot.
Anchorage, Alaska, 2076. You find your body moving purely on instinct. After news that Roy Howard was killed by a mortar bombardment, something in you just snapped. You dully remember people in the medical tent behind you screaming for you to come back, superior officers threatening you with demotion or discharge. Which was it? It didn't matter anymore. You were fed up with this war anyway. You assumed James was dead, and now that Roy is too, nothing matters, except making the people who did it pay. You snatch a grenade launcher from the nearby barracks. A man in power armor tries to reach out to stop you.
Where are you going? There's gunners mounted up on the cliffs out there. You're gonna get yourself killed.
As a familiar-looking and sounding man with his power-armored helmet off tries to reach after you, it doesn't even matter. You're too fast. People tell you it's too dangerous, but the adrenaline blots out all noise. The frigid Anchorage front line has torn the hem of your nurse's outfit as you surge into the fury of battle, looking for the one thing you need now more than anything: targets. Roll body.
Oh, shit. All right.
Better dead than red. Better dead than red.
6.
It's a 6. It's a failure. Do you want to reach out to Kara again?
There's only 2 left, aren't there? Blue and red.
Yes. This one, and then blue.
Because green and jade already have iris in it.
Go ahead and make me a free smarts roll.
Okay. 8.
Judging how they were when you got here, you think maybe they're not quite closed off because Iris is in them. You think maybe they're closed off for a different reason.
Okay. Okay. Good. What? Kara?
I am here.
What do you lose? If I need your
Where-
help.
Perhaps my chance for now. But if you do not succeed, you lose yours.
If I need it on the next one. I don't want to remember this one anyway.
Okay, you're choosing to fail?
Word like that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, God.
No rush.
I know.
This is a big decision.
She chooses to fail.
Okay. You look around for the mortar team that killed Roy. And you look, and eventually you find something, but it's not what you're looking for. As perched atop one of the glacier side base roofs, you see a glowing amber eye looking through the scope of a sniper rifle. And as you hear someone behind you shout, "Hit the deck!" you hear the distant crack of a rifle, and a very brief sensation of pain and surprise, and then nothing. At least, that's how Dave told you how it went down. You were never there, of course. This strange mental scape seems to have filled in this gap in your memory with a recreation of sorts. You find yourself standing in this strange, digitized mental scape once again. And you look back and you see, as Iris lowers the sniper rifle, you see her eyes, and they glow with not the familiar red of Kara, but a baleful and violent red, as she absorbs the power of anger. One more node sits in front of you. The blue node.
Okay. Kara?
You hear a faint noise, but not enough for you to understand. It is a response.
I'm glad you're with me. Let's do this. She walks into the blue node.
You walk into the blue node. And I'll keep this music going for now because this is probably the more appropriate.
Yeah. I have a feeling I know which one it is.
You find yourself once again in the body of a young girl. Dalton, Georgia, 2053. They called it the New Plague, a sickness that swept through the entirety of the United States, and by the time the state of emergency had been declared and the borders shut, thousands were dead. Everything and everyone seemed to be stuck as if swimming in molasses, but you and your friend Natalie Kramer managed to find a way to keep in contact with each other in the form of walkie-talkies. Yours crackles to life one afternoon after your homeschooling is done.
Sergeant McCarthy! Come in, Sergeant McCarthy! Our spaceship is pulled up next to yours, over! Shh.
This is her. How you doing?
You know, we're just out here exploring the expanse. How about you?
Well, I found some shiny rocks today down near that creek, and those tadpoles are growing legs now.
Oh, space rocks and mutants, huh? Hopefully one day soon I can come over and see them for myself.
Be real nice. How are you feeling?
Oh, you know.
And you see a little girl in the house across from yours pull up to the window, waving one hand at you and gripping a walkie-talkie in the other. She doesn't look well.
Able to eat as much now, or is it still hard?
It's still kind of hard, but what Mama's making for dinner smells pretty good. I think I can keep that down.
That's good. Getting your strength back is real important, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that right now. Let's continue playing spaceships.
Right. The moon rocks I found. They're, I'm going to send them off for testing.
Oh, what kind of tests are you running? For signs of alien life and million-year-old waters?
Yeah. I think maybe there's a fossil in one of them.
Oh, fossils! Oh, that sounds real cool, Cynthia.
You hear crackling through the walkie-talkie someone calling to Natalie.
Coming! I gotta go for dinner. Bye, Cynthia. Captain Kramer, signing off.
Bye, Natalie. Captain,
She, pauses for a minute and regains herself.
Captain McCarthy, signing off.
As both of your radios hiss as you both release the tension on the buttons that allowed you to communicate. You see Natalie run off, assumedly to go to dinner. That was the last time you ever talked to Natalie Kramer. Turns out that she and everyone in her house had caught the blue flu, and before long, all of them were gone. It was enough to scare your folks into moving, and before you could really even process what happened, you were leaving everything you knew behind and moving somewhere different, heading to Missouri. As you saw your old neighborhood fading into the distance, you swore that someday, when you grew up, you would be someone who could help those in need, something within you awakening. Make a smarts roll.
Okay. 9.
Okay. I will mark this down. And indeed you do. You use these powerful feelings. It gets you through nursing school, and eventually you join up with James in the army as a field medic. And as you are pulled away from this last memory, something within you flares to life. Your blue eyes well with tears as the power of sadness enters your body.
Natalie, I've saved so many people now. I have you to thank for that. And I'm gonna make sure I come out of this so I can keep doing it.
And you find yourself standing now in front of the 2 greenish doors. But only the jade-colored one ignites with energy. Would we like to take a break here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need some water.
Fair enough.
Both
As-
for my throat and to wipe from my face.
Oh.
As the enemies beyond the Jade Door await you, the next test, that's where we're going to take our break. And we'll throw on some happier music while we're at it.
That
Give
made
me a-
water come out
give me
my
a
eyes.
Meanwhile, Apex
Give
is
my
sta-
heart a break.
Meanwhile, Apex is standing in front of the bodies, just waving his hand in front of the eyes.
Apex, come on, quit it.
Oh.
No, that's not how it works.
Did you just go no? That was great. Like no.
Are they supposed to be twitching?
You would probably see Iris's face like twitching and convulsing. Less so Cynthia's old body.
I'm gonna see if your brother needs any help with his stuff.
Is that
Just like all of us.
Is that just an aftershock from the suplex?
I'd like to think it was badass on that suplex, by the way.
This is all of us sipping lattes going, she's probably fine.
It's
Oh
all
wait,
about-
I wouldn't know the suplex. I'd be unconscious. Shit. God damn.
You'd be
it's all
awake at
about
this point.
Proper waist control.
I think they stimpacked you at the end of that fight, so I
Right,
think
so I
Alvin
did-
would be awake.
Okay.
Good lord. All right.
No, I'll go pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink and some stuff. I'll be right back. Great. This is great thus far, Connor.
I'm
so
happy.
good, buddy.
I'm happy you're happy. Yeah,
I
I
was
worked
a
for a long
janitor.
time on this one, so I hope so.
I sent
And yes,
Connor,
thank you to my players who helped me a little bit with the familiar visages that filled up gaps in your memory.
It's funny,
Yeah.
you told me I was going to be a janitor, and I'm like, okay. I immediately came up with a backstory. He has one arm. He's a
Oh my god.
he's a veteran. And I have one line. Gotcha.
I'd be the jokester in Anchorage. Just like, what's the deal with Anchorage? There's no anchors here anywhere.
Oh
What's the
god.
deal with Anchorage?
Immediately dies in a pirate
Yeah.
classroom.
I
You like
opened-
Pop-Tarts?
I open chat. Thank you, Darth Revan. I voice a lot of kids.
Be right back, y'all.
Oh
Go get
no,
me some
Epic
water.
Lord, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I'll be right back.
You crying in front of the Amazon driver? Hope you're all enjoying the session too, chat. Doot doot doot. Also, if YouTube booms me for this song, fuck you. It should not go off. This song is from like 1924. It's been 100 years. What song is this? This is... This is Titanic Blues by Brooke Davis. I actually think this... I think this particular version of the song is by Virginia Liston, actually. What do I think? Is Cynthia as a robot the same person as she was as a human? Well,
I am back.
welcome back. I think that's what we're
Welcome
trying to
back.
find out right now, Dark Threven.
What are we trying to find out?
If this version of Cynthia is essentially the same as the human Cynthia.
Oh boy. We're gonna
I'm not
find
sure.
out.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm necessarily the one to even be talking to about that.
What's on?
If we're talking on a realistic standpoint, I would probably say they've had different experiences, so probably no. If we're talking on a spiritual viewpoint, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very hard question to answer. Because I think Cynthia would accept that when she woke up, her whole life was gone. She had nothing and no one, and everything about the world that she knew was long dead. So she moved forward, accepting what she had memory-wise to be like, okay, I am still me, but I am not me who I was. I am the me that I am now.
You're not me. You're not me.
Mabufu on it, make it hurt.
Constable Mutton, Anchorage is where Cynthia died.
Yes, the human Cynthia died during Anchorage. She was...
In 2077.
Yes, she was shot in the head.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Connor got literally like a novel of backstory.
I feel like
he
you got
a little info, and I was like,
I feel like he got similar from me.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I did, actually.
I go hog when it comes to making up a character.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, honestly.
It's fun.
Is everyone here? Or are people still missing?
I don't know if Sarah's back yet.
In that
She
case,
is all moved. Do it.
Watch me leave and Sarah come back, like, right now.
Oh, of course, the minute you walk away.
There's got to be a name for that, like you know how like when if something bad can happen at will is like Murphy's Law. There's got to be a name for that.
It's not.
Murphy's Law was
Maybe
so
we can call it
high.
Lanny's Edict. The Edict of Lanny.
Nah.
Lanny's Law? That rolls off the tongue
The
really well.
situation's way bigger than me. And I don't say that lightly.
Call this on that's playing right now, Cynthia Blues. Oh, the song that's playing right now is Cynthia's Blues. Yeah, the Natalie one was sad. Yep, Sarah's back.
Here's Sarah. Hello.
How does Cynthia spell her last name?
McCartney.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No. Here, I will put it in chat. I will put all the names in chat. Cynthia McCarthy. Let's see. Where is he? There he is.
There he is. Here
James
comes
Carpenter,
the boy.
the guy she liked in the army when she thought James had already died.
Fun fact, he's
Roy
actually
Howard.
in 2 different players' backstories.
You cut out the moment you went to say that.
Fug. I said fun fact, James was actually in 2 different players' backstories.
He was also my
Yep.
boyfriend.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I would call you smooth skin, but it gets rough.
Oh my god.
We both know better.
Rough is in texture,
Oh.
right?
Also-
rough is in texture, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Also, for synth, for Kara, it's Kaara. Kara. Kara.
Kara.
All right. Also, the colloquialism that I've given to that effect is the 14 effect.
The 14 effect.
Yes, because whenever you're queuing in Final Fantasy 14 and you get up to
Ah.
do something, the queue always pops without
Oh,
fail.
man.
I feel like that also happened in like WoW and FF11 too, though. God, looking for group in 11 was a nightmare.
Oh no.
Did anybody else play 11, or was I the only sucker?
It's
I
still
did
going.
Not play
It's
it.
still going, but like that ate a large chunk of my early teen years.
Crazy, crazy. Well, now that everyone is in fact back, are we ready to get back into it? It'll be okay. It'll be all right.
Be A-okay.
Do I see anything?
I don't see anything.
Oh my god.
The Apex
late.
is
It's a little late
Apex
for
is
that,
currently-
Cynthia.
Apex is currently
Oh.
waving at your face.
You think she's awake? Wake.
You can just say awake. You don't have to make an echo like that.
I feel like it's the attic.
All right. Well, you
Alright.
just go off.
For
Alrighty.
dramatic effect. Deck.
I get what you mean. That's kind of fun. Fun.
If we're ready to get back into it,
Let's do it.
let us return once more. Cynthia, there are 2 of these electric nodes remaining. One crackles with a jade-colored energy like lightning.
And the
The
vibrant
other-
green.
The other is still dull, not active to your estimation. You get the sense that this one will link to the other.
Okay. Jade one it is.
You slowly approach the jade node, and a cold sweat creeps down your neck as you're sucked in. A single glowing eye lights up the pitch black scape around you, reflecting off the surface of a metal skeleton the size of a skyscraper. He peers down.
Now let's see what we're working with.
Oh. Is that Dr. Howell?
Looks very much like Dr. Howell. You can only see his upper torso as his arms extend around this infinite blackness around you. You feel the earth shake as a massive form steps out from this infinite blackness. Eyes glowing green and blue in a baleful light.
Do you have the strength to accomplish your dreams?
I think so.
You see the shadowy form that makes up this individual. These glowing white teeth spread across where its mouth would be as it grows larger still.
Then show me, Cynthia. Show me your conviction.
And out of its shadow steps another being with glowing amber and purple and red eyes. It's Iris.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got something of yours.
Oh?
As you step forward, your eyes glowing cyan and blue and orange and yellow. Looks like this is it.
I guess so. What you got over there?
Might take it out of here.
Really now?
Looks like I'll need all of them. So I'm going to need you to relinquish what you've got to me.
See, I think you misunderstood something. Those are mine.
You're just a machine, a prototype even. Nothing ever belonged to you. You're not even the real Cynthia, just some digital phantom.
Well, that's cute. But no. I'm Cynthia. Cynthia McCarthy. And I've been sharing a body with Kara for longer than I should. You, however, are a digital phantom just taking up space in what's gonna be my new home.
No, you're not. You're not Cynthia. You're not anybody. You're just a husk. And I'm going to return you to that husk. S782. Recall code.
Plugs her ears.
Time slows down. You gather your hand into a fist. And with the energy you've picked up from those nodes previously, something begins to form in your hand.
Oh!
As a knife of pure energy erupts into your palm and you grip it. And you feel power surge forward. You now have a chance to act.
If time has slowed, she will race forward and decapitate her
Roll body.
before those words can leave her lips.
Roll body.
10.
10. You slash at her with your knife, and with a blinding speed that she wasn't accepting. She's not more powerful than you here. She is not the bionic killer, the Terminator that she is in the raking world. Here, you have the power, and you just stole more from her. As you slash, you see a gash of red, but not red like blood, red like fire and anger, as you take the power of anger and you add it to your own. And she looks up.
Oh my god.
What?
Didn't I tell you? You have what's mine, and I'm gonna take it back.
Recall code!
She's gonna run in for another one if things are slowing down again.
Go for it.
Should I roll body again?
Roll body again.
Okay. 9!
You slash her across the chest again, the purple power leaving her, the power of disgust now roils and bubbles in your belly. But she looks up at you and mutters, "Iota!" And time slows once again.
She will go in for another one. She's not gonna wait.
One more.
Whew, here we go. 8!
You reel back your knife that now crackles with most of the colors that you've seen. You plunge it into her chest, and the yellow energy in her eyes flickers for a moment. She looks up and mutters, 9. One more.
12.
Hell yeah.
And before she can get the last syllable out, you plunge the knife made of the emotional spectrum into her neck.
Oh.
The large skeletal visage of Dr. Howell, this enormous being now, looks down at you from up on high and says,
I'm pulling you out.
and these metal fingers extend and wrap around Iris's figure and yanks her off of your knife, and she goes, wait. And he pulls her into the darkness.
Thea flips her the bird as she goes. Told ya!
And you know that she was less than moments, decimals of seconds away from completing your recall code. You instinctively know it to be Iota 93 Tau.
Oh my god.
And as that remembrance washes over you, just how close you were to death, you fall to the ground, exasperated. The adrenaline leaving your body. And you are left with a feeling of elation as the power of fear restores your nerves.
Hot damn. We did it, Kara. Wherever you are.
As you say that, the brilliant green portal flashes in front of you. This digital mindscape doesn't wait for you. The green portal beckons.
All right. She'll go over and say hi.
You step through the portal, the green one, the final portal. The Battle of Broken Collars, the arena, 2287. You're vaguely aware that a monster has just stormed past you, dripping with some glowing green substance as its enormous form fades into the distance. You look around and through glitching vision, see your friends on the ground. Some writhing in pain, clutching their heads in agony. Others too weak even to accomplish that. You are surrounded by death and destruction and liberation and freedom. You force your way to your feet, duty calling you to see your friends to safety. Your memory of this time is full of glitches, but you recall vaguely dragging your friends' unconscious bodies somewhere safe. Apex was the first to wake up. He'd barely been injured after all. You'd been busy stitching the wounds of the other two, these 3 friends of yours, and all that your allies managed to pull off with what many people in the Plains Waste deemed impossible. This, along with all the other things you've accomplished up to this point, have solidified one thing in your mind. You'd do anything if it meant keeping them safe. In the adventures of the past and the trials yet to come, you realize the power of trust. You've had it for a while. You stand now in a pure white room, your form now complete, your flowing blonde hair whipped in an invisible breeze. Awareness is a dull anticipation, and the 4 of your mind as another being steps into this room with you. Her red hair is cut in a way that one might think it was a helmet, hiding her eyebrows from view and highlighting her vibrant green eyes. "Hello, Cynthia," Kara says.
Well, hello there. Is it weird if we hug?
I don't think if you want to.
She will immediately run up and hug her.
You run up and hug Kara, who you've never really seen like this before. She looks like a more complete, more feminine version of the sort of generic Generation 2 synth flesh that you've seen. She's a little gaunt. Her bright red hair and bright green eyes are a standout. This is my final test, it seems. Logic dictates this is the test of trust. My subconscious mind is asking me if I trust you.
Do you?
She purses her lips. She takes a step towards you. Did you ever mistrust me, Cynthia?
I think I maybe feared you at first, when everything was new.
That might be wise. Ha, ha, ha.
But I don't think there's ever been a time where I didn't trust you, though. Even when you made some questionable decisions.
My decisions are based on logic and my programming. At first, I didn't trust you. I only trusted Dave. I trusted him because I was programmed to. But over time, our decisions aligned more and more, and I came to develop trust for you. Even when I feared my consciousness would be overtaken by yours, you still thought of me.
I did.
You've
always been your own person, Kara.
She looks up at you, a single glistening tear made of what seems like diamonds sparkling in this strange dreamscape runs down her cheek. It seems to shock her. I trust you, Cynthia. I almost don't want to go. But...
Now.
No, this is...
Going doesn't mean that we won't get to talk ever again, just not quite like this, you know? We'll just have to use our words rather than scanning each other's mind at all times.
Yeah. This is for the best. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you. I don't know that I could have navigated this world, one that is familiar but not, if it weren't for you. I had such little time with Dave. You were You've been my best friend. My guide, my companion. You are, well, you have been literally part of me, but you're like a sister to me. One I never got to have before.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Without you, I couldn't be the person, a person, that I am today. It's you and Dave. I don't know if I could ever repay this.
Why would you need to? I just want you to live your life as happy as you can.
Then that'll be my repayment. I'll live. And I'll be happy. And I know that you will be too. Thank you, Cynthia. I'll go where you don't. I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you there.
You turn to face away from her, and In front of you now are not nodes, but shimmering portals that feel different. You see two of them. One, a shimmering golden portal that exudes a feeling of newness. And from across it, you see a silver portal that exudes a feeling of familiarity.
Choosing which body. Oh, man. To Cynthia's knowledge, can modifications be done? Of course they can. They're just wigs. The base is the same on both of them.
It is literally just a wig. It's not like implanted into the scalp either. It's literally
That's true.
it could have fallen off at any time during all of your adventures.
It's really strong glue.
You can trade.
Really?
You can trade right away if you want.
It's that
Yeah.
special
Well,
gag.
then I guess she's gonna take that Gen 3 bod.
All right. You step towards the golden portal. You feel instinctively that Kara stepped towards the silver one. And as you reach through, everything goes white. And then darkness.
Oh, Lord.
Did the eyes ever change color as I've been sitting here waving?
Apex,
at
come
some point the eyes sort of closed on both of these different beings strapped into this device.
I'm just asking, are they supposed to do that?
I have no earthly idea.
Glances over Dr. Howell.
The process is almost complete. Step away from them. There's no
All right.
telling who's in who.
I step back.
Cynthia, you hear dull voices conversing. You slowly, ever slowly, blink open your eyes. Bleariness beginning to fade as several dull aches and pains become all too apparent for you. Your muscles throb, your fresh wounds itch, and you suddenly become aware that after years, you're able to feel these things. You look down at your hands and you feel the leather of gloves covering them. Tears well in your eyes and fall down your cheeks, leaving wet streaks as you realize it worked. For all intents and purposes, you, Cynthia McCarthy, live and breathe once again.
Well, I'll be damned.
Did her being in that body? Did the voice change at all?
The voice itself is different, but the accent and the tonality and the dialect have switched to what you can easily recognize as Cynthia.
They put Cynthia.
Hi there.
So you ended up in that body.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
So then turns and looks at the old body. Kara?
As you look to the Generation 2 body, you see the visual receptors flicker to life, and her head slowly raise up and turn over to look at you. But with the less robotic motions that you've come to expect from Cynthia inhabiting that form, the now glowing green eyes of Kara look over at you. Well, hey there, y'all. That doesn't feel right.
Louise lets out a whoop. Just like, oh man.
I'm glad I didn't write anything in that book.
What
Dave
do you mean?
Dave leaps to his feet and goes over as you're both sort of getting unplugged from this device. It worked! It worked!
Dave.
As Dave hugs the both of you, tears like making his glasses fog up. He runs over and he wraps Kara up in a great big hug. Dave, I can finally see you again.
Oh, this Louisa has the biggest grin on her face, just like, this is fucking precious.
Alvin is speechless, but he is grinning ear to ear and looking down to Louise and then Cynthia and Kara and Dave. This is almost like some kind of a miracle.
It feels like it. Why did you let me have this body, Cynthia? Well, I figured it was yours to begin with, right? For me, I'm me regardless of what vessel I'm in, right? That's true, I guess. Well, it's very kind of you, sister.
And Kara turns to Louise. And stands in front of her and gets maybe a little too close to her face.
Hi.
And then hugs her.
Okay, first rule, learn your arm strength, honey. Oh.
Oh, right, sorry. I'm not used to having full control.
Oh my fucking god, you're shy. This is so good.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, you know
Shut up.
you're my best
Shut
friend.
up.
She marches away.
Just kind of trails like, come back, best friend.
Don't
hide
Dr.
from
Hal.
your new feelings.
Dr. Hal reaches out. Wait, don't go anywhere.
She hides behind Dave.
We still need to see if all the processes are working correctly.
And I need to style this hair. I feel weird. It's all in my face.
Aw, shit, we got... Kind of sidles over to Dr. Howell. Hey, Dr. Howell, there's a good friend of Cynthia's who helped us in the fight. I think he's outside somewhere. Can't we bring him in for the reunion?
This place is already compromised anyway. Fine.
Louise will do a little salute, and she's gonna go find Point Man.
Follow you. Alvin's holding his side, but he's keeping behind you.
Oh, hey, you sure you don't want to take a knee for a little minute?
Well, if you're heading out there. Besides, I should be able to spot Point Man's scope from a mile away for you.
Cynthia immediately starts finding any reflective surface to fix her hair how it's supposed to look.
You could probably find a mirror down here somewhere.
And me and Alvin will go while she does the thing for the boyfriend.
So what was it like in there? Trading minds or splitting minds?
Well, I had to revisit a couple of things from my past. Some nice. Things from when I was a kid and meeting James for the first time and graduation. I don't actually remember if I gave a speech or not, but I gave one. And,
What's a graduation?
Cynthia stares a million miles away. Not important anymore. I guess they never were really that important. The world was falling down around us at the time.
By the way, Cynthia, as you look yourself over, you're still heavily injured from the last person who inhabited this body fighting in it. But
My bad.
all in all, you feel... If it weren't for all of the injuries and aches and pains, you would feel good. Really good. You feel that there may be some extra added attractions in this body that maybe you didn't have in the previous one, as synth coursers are in fact quite the effective killing machines. Cynthia, you've earned your final perk, which is called faster, better, or faster, stronger, better than before.
Get it?
Okay.
Cynthia's courser body
They
is
have
equipped
the
with several bionic upgrades. Once per combat, you may take 2 actions instead of 1.
Okay.
No. Needs that sound effect. No.
Can take 2 actions instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait, do I also get the invisibility?
We'll talk about that later.
I thought we would.
That's an item, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Out of curiosity, being in a new frame, does her body score improve?
Her most of her stats change.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll discuss that outside, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Wow. Cynthia Gen 3 and Kara Gen 2.
Which isn't really it's more of a side grade for her.
Yeah.
She's less of a robot and more of a person now, but
She just gets control at all times.
and that, yes, you have separate bodies now.
Well, it worked. Oh, thank goodness.
So cool.
As Alvin and Louise, you see Point Man already making an approach. He's a bit different than the last time you saw him, Alvin. He's got sort of a top knot thing going on for his hair now.
He has hair.
His hair, which, yeah, in fact, you see more abundant on the top of his head, his hair, enough to tie into a top knot. His skin seems to have healed over in some places, and now, contrary to the popular ghoul saying, is a bit more smooth looking. His arms, more than anything, have been overtaken by this effect, and You see him wearing some old military BDUs and a large olive drab colored poncho, and slung over his shoulder is a high caliber sniper rifle.
Kind of clocks that, tilts her head as they kind of meet in the middle, and she's like, okay, who are you? One of you done a point man?
That's a hell of a glow up point, man.
Well, firstly, I'll dress you one after another, cut the crap, and thank you.
Finger guns.
Everything working with Cynthia worked out okay. She's up topside.
Covers his mouth like, shh, don't spoil the surprise, Urshad.
Oh, all right.
Just crooks a finger at Point Man, being like, come on, you got permission. You can come in.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He doesn't know about this.
I don't know what this place is. I just followed. I didn't even expect you guys to be here. I was following that other revenant that was coming up.
Is he doing okay?
Oh yeah, he's fine. I'm surprised he made it out.
Well,
goes and grabs his hand. Come on in, come on.
I'm super excited to show you. I think I let the rad roach out of the bag, but
Nah, you're good, Sean. Don't worry about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
we'll tell you on the way.
Again, I did not expect you guys to be here. I just sort of followed them and then found you. Of course you would be at the center of all this trouble, but...
Gets impatient with him and goes behind him and starts pushing him forward.
Okay.
Come on!
He's going to lay low with everything, but it's kind of one thing after another.
He walks inside and he sees all of the Gen 1 synths beginning to fan out and assume they're normal patrols again. What the?
Don't worry about them. Come on.
It's a lot.
Man, kind of gives Alvin a little bit of a nudge. Everybody's getting glow-ups today.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
As you get back up.
I mean, do you like the rugged half-scorched jumpsuit look I have?
Oh, are you talking to me or Point Man?
Of course, I'm talking to you, Louise.
Pretends to think about it really deeply. It's got a thing to it. It definitely has a thing. Combine that with your new post-sign thing. It's good. Oh God, is that thing okay? Jeez.
I think this thing might be completely mangled. I'll have to go ahead and take a day to go ahead and look at it. But
is that a stop sign?
Yeah, got it off of let's call him an old coworker.
You've been swinging that thing around?
Yep.
The rules.
Thanks, Point Man. Hell yeah, it does rule, don't it? It makes me think I might do something with this, actually. I might do something with this. I've been getting a really good idea in my head. Especially with the stuff for the power armor back over in Riverside.
As they get closer, Louise will just sort of give them both a wink and kind of jog on ahead. And as she gets to it's in the auditorium, right? The big stargazing thing.
They went up to the they're still in the lab.
Yeah, just as she goes, she's like, just follow me. I'm just gonna check something ahead. And she gets up in the lab. He is incoming, Cynthia.
As you get up there, you just hear Apex saying, "So you wielded your emotions like a weapon."
Yeah, and I jammed it. She's saying this. She and Kara have swapped clothing. So now Gen 3 Cynthia is putting on her normal uniform, and Kara is putting on the coarser outfit. And Cynthia's hair is now done up the way that Kara's hair is done.
And Apex is just taking notes while he's asking questions.
And she's like,
Louise comes in and...
So I used, she had anger and disgust and whatever her thing was, I don't even remember right now, but it was a sword, and so I cut it, and she was saying my recall code, and so I slashed her, and then I slashed her again. And
Cynthia,
then
hey, he's in,
yes. Button me in the back while you tell me.
Yeah. Mind your decency, girls. Another man is joining. Getcha. She runs to get you buttoned up.
She's like scrambling, moving her hands behind her head, trying to get the other buttons at the top.
Okay, turn. Let me see your face.
Thank you. Okay, yes.
Yeah, hair's good.
Blood? Any blood? Can you get it off if there is?
She licks her thumb and she just sort of like gives a nudge on your arm, yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if your nose was a little mushed to the side after I was just sitting on there.
She
and
just
pounding.
shoves it back mostly.
Oh, that was okay. Never mind. Okay.
I have been alive for over a century.
Yes.
This is the strangest thing that I have experienced.
Dr. Hal.
It's very loud in here.
Listen. The man I fell in love with in high school and then thought was dead, and then I died, and then I came back, and then I saw him again after 200 years, is going to see me with a 100 years. I would like to look presentable and somewhat recognizable.
Excellent. My secret laboratory has become a tunnel of love.
For the record, this is the second strangest thing. The first weirdest was your son turning into a kaiju.
That was very different to experience, yes.
Just grins at Dr. Howell. Humans,
I'm
what?
going to go over here now.
We'll deal with the test later, all right? It's just let me have this.
And walking through the door. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I was just waving point man through the doors.
Yeah, walking through the door, a little bit confused.
Okay, so where's the surprise?
He looks around, sees you, Cynthia.
Louise is standing next to her with her arms kind of doing that a Will Smith presenting
there she is.
thing. Kind of doing jazz hands a little bit ta-da!
I'm going to roll for him something real quick.
Oh, God.
Hey, it's Point Man.
I think I was high the entire time he was there.
Okay. He slowly begins to reach for a pistol at his side. Seeing you, Cynthia.
Oh, no, it's good. Alvin, would you...
What? No, that's the one I was throwing everything around, and it's the one I shot.
No.
But James, it's me.
Of course, we'll know your name.
They traded bodies by stabbing them with emotions.
Raise his finger, just...
I heard the story. They're
Wait,
all in
what?
my notes.
Wait, what?
I hold up my Crayola scribblings.
Wait, what in the heck? Stabbed with them? Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Anger sword.
That is fucking cool.
It is.
Oh my god.
Cynthia?
As close to flesh and blood as I'm gonna get.
He looks around at the rest of you, trying to confirm this suspicion.
Alvin nods.
Apex points to his notes.
Louise rolls her eyes. Oh, go hug her, you ass munch.
Kara
Under
waves
10%.
and looks at him with her glowing green eyes. It worked. Point Man. It worked.
He raises a hand up to his head and idly strokes back his hair. He looks up. And he approaches you.
It's... Wow. Can I...
Yeah.
hold you?
Really like that, actually.
He just immediately pulls you in, and you feel him shudder as he feels warmth from you for the first time in hundreds of years.
And
I can't believe it.
she traces her fingers along his face, holding his face and just skimming her thumb over his cheek. You look like you've changed a little bit too.
Yeah. I got some improvements. The Harbingers.
I got some here.
The Harbingers. I need to talk to you all.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Later.
All right.
Later, let me enjoy this.
Hey, no problem.
I can't believe it. What the hell is our lives?
I don't know, but if it's no trouble to you, could I kiss you?
He goes in for it.
And this kiss rivals the what is it? The most passionate kiss in all the world, in all of history.
The most passionate kiss in the wasteland.
My wedge is true love.
Yes.
This one left them all behind.
Yes. Exactly. Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind.
A Deathclaw just looks up from mauling a raider, just nods at the sky, goes back to mauling the raider.
Even the Deathclaws approve.
Even the Death
and a
Claws
single-
approve this union.
The death claws rise up like the Nearcats at the beginning of Lion King.
In a circle.
Somewhere that mutated Yagway or whatever it's called is just like
My
Just carrying a dead raider back into its cave.
Oh my god.
dragging him, screaming, "No, no, no!"
The circle of life. Smooth skins.
And yeah, for the first time in over 200 years, Cynthia lets a single tear go, getting to feel a connection with another person that she hasn't gotten to feel.
Point Man is weeping.
Oh.
He's got tears streaming down his face.
Oh, he's One Piece crying.
He didn't know any of this. Cynthia's had a little time to be aware.
Yeah,
but
for you,
this was
for
all
you,
brand new for Point Man.
For you, it's been maybe like a year and a couple of months. For him, it's been 200 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
And she's just
God.
gonna hold him, just, whenever they finally come up for air,
If you're
and just let him weep.
worried about Kathy, you don't need to be worried.
Oh,
No?
Monogamy didn't survive the apocalypse.
blank-faced glances at Alvin. You really just said that, didn't he?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Point Man, that's not what you bring up at this moment, you
I'm feeling
jackass.
feelings.
Oh, man.
oh, thanks a lot.
She just pats his back while he's weeping. Like, oh, he shouldn't have said that, but that's still alive and well for me. So that's probably going to take 30 minutes to an hour for them to chill out a little.
Eventually, however, things do begin to calm down. He sort of wipes his eyes that are even more of a bloodshot red than they were before, somehow. And he sort of catches his breath.
Oh. Okay. Right. The Harbingers.
Right.
Yeah.
They're making a move.
What?
They're moving in closer to the city. Apparently, news about that giant super mutant had gotten out, and something in Bach just sort of
Oh no.
came alive.
Shit.
Probably because it's his brother.
What?
Yeah.
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 I point to the back corner.
The metal skeleton is their dad.
Oh, this is way too much for me to take in right now, Smooth Skin.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling y'all.
Dr. Howell.
I just took a half an hour to 45 minutes to process the love of my life finally back in living flesh, and this is a bit much.
Well, at the very least, you're pretty much caught up now.
Aw, Cynthia,
Great.
called you the love of his life.
Fair.
Anyway, Dr. Howell, question.
Cynthia smiles in monogamy.
The monogamous
Howell.
smile.
Dr. Howell, question. Does Buck happen to know about his brother and the whole super mutant thing?
Yes. Bach does know.
Okay, Point Man, when you say city, are we talking Westport? Or are we talking the Archer area?
They're talking about moving closer to the arch. Apparently there are rumors going around that there's maybe something underneath it.
Oh, this is the worst kept secret in the goddamn wasteland.
Holy shit, alive.
To be fair, it only really started spreading when you guys cropped up and started wreaking havoc.
Yeah, water under the bridge, anyway.
Fair enough.
This bridge is a little shaky.
Just shifting her eyes away from Point Man, like, hey, look, the
Bridge is shaking a little.
We don't need the truth right now, okay?
Oh. Well, they marching on the arch itself. They're looking to hold up somewhere else. Like, I lift up Louise's arm to the pit boy, like Scott Joplin, or oh god, the Motorsports Park.
No, I don't think so.
Where do you think they're gonna hole up? I mean, they can't be thinking of just walking into the Archer stronghold. That will be a bloodbath.
Is
man.
that their
They're
plan?
They're not thinking of going in the Archer stronghold, right?
Well,
Oh my god.
Oh
thing
my
is,
God.
I think maybe they were actually thinking of stopping here.
Huh?
Huh.
What? Dr. Howell turns around. What?
They're going to come here.
He wouldn't tell any of us why. Just, we all thought maybe it was another space we could hole up while we, prepare.
It's like
Tell-
4. Go ahead.
Tell them to avoid my zoo. There's a bear loose in there, and I don't want it hurt.
Just like looks at Dr. Howell being like, I think I know why he's coming here.
I do too.
He's probably inquiring about his brother.
Think you're gonna be able to stop him from going forward?
Me? Stop him? No.
Oh, son.
Well,
Well, convince him, I mean. Not stop, like stop.
Since he was born, the only thing he's wanted is for ghouls to be treated with respect. Not some second-class citizens like they are treated as now. He was born a ghoul. So this is very special to him. He doesn't see it as some curse that the old world has stricken him with. He sees it as a blessing. A strength he wields. Though his mastery over radiation, that is a side effect.
Well, I mean, I guess they're coming here first. At least that keeps them away from the Archer stronghold a little longer. Ugh. Why is everything complicated? We just sorted shit.
Hey, tell
Only
me,
one
Starshine.
thing.
Faction's one thing. Well, looks like we should take up this time to go ahead and maybe drop some kind of a plan then. Maybe a place to repair, fortify up, stuff like that as well.
And there's
Just
still
realized-
Westport.
Of course.
Right.
I look over to Dread. Don't think I haven't forgotten now.
Has anyone thought about the fact that I just took a coarser body from the Institute?
Yeah, we just
About-
had a conversation about it. You told me that you stabbed it with your emotion knife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what occurs with that? The craziest thing was when she threw that ball that made like tons of robots.
Is your neck okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Dave,
Yeah,
is the Institute gonna send more coursers out after me?
that's a good question. It's up in the air. I mean, technically, the Courser is still active. I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're no longer S782. You're now X714.
Hmm.
The Institute may send another courser after you, but they don't like to lose coursers. They
True.
value their secrecy, but they may cut their losses. I don't know. Up in the
True.
air. I think I may have a solution. It might be temporary, but it may keep the Institute off our backs for a while. And
What do you
he goes over to the screen, to the device that you were just hooked up to, and he activates one of the monitors, and he begins typing on the keypad, and he brings up sort of a digitized vision of Iris.
Oh. Interesting.
I
Oh.
did say I would make a backup.
That you did.
Huh. So how does this backup help us?
I may be able to convince the Institute that their job is done, that I am no more, and that This unit will be returning at the earliest possible convenience.
Well, son of a bitch, that's a great idea. Speaking of
It will
tying
take
up-
them. It will take them a while to figure out that it is a hoax, and by the time they do, I plan to be long gone.
Well, we could also heavily damage it. Anything that might make it look like it was this body. Mangle it so when it makes its way back, it's harder to tell.
We have options in front of us, is what I'm saying.
Speaking of options, I noticed that when Iris, out of reflex, she looks towards you, Cynthia. No offense. Threw that ball and made all the robots. They didn't go away after we smashed them up. As a shucks, as a mechanic and a craftsman, you gonna use any of those parts?
I mean, hopefully to fix some of what's been injured on Kara and I.
Oh, of course.
But what's left, Dr. Howell?
Looking at that armor, looks damn nice. I know it's adhered to him, but if I could make that into a suit of armor to kind of replace the one I got bashed up.
That armor in particular is meant for synths, but you may be able to fashion it into something usable.
Also, the lightning balls. Was that teleportation, or were they just really small and then grew?
I have no idea what that was. I'm serious. It reminded me of one of them. What the hell was his name? You told me Apex Captain Cosmic or something like that.
There's a display case of them out in the hall. I look at it every time I come in here.
No, I know you do.
It's teleportation.
Wow.
Son of a bitch, they know teleportation. I thought that was like something out of comic books.
It is.
Damn.
Just like aliens.
Above game, didn't we talk about
Apex looks at
teleportation
the
when
sky.
Cynthia wasn't here?
I keep telling you, like, oh, okay, I'll meet you halfway after teleporting aliens, after teleporting robot things. But aliens? Come on now, that's really? I mean, to match all the other crazy stuff we've seen and done, okay. I'll put it this far. I put a step on the alien bridge, but I haven't crossed it yet.
Apex will lose his shit if we ever see Zetas.
Oh God, Alvin will too. He's gonna look at you and be like, "Oh my God, you were right."
Or you could just be like, now that could just be a mutant.
Or
I think Louise will just be like, tracks.
it could be an alien with a fishbowl.
Plants?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff ahead of us. I'll look over to Point Man. How soon until Bach gets here? A couple days, you reckon? Is he moving the whole show here?
We don't have any vehicles, so I'm assuming he's going to take a small force here to begin with, and maybe after a while he'll bring the rest of us. There's a sizable number now.
Normal ghouls and how many feral?
A lot more feral than there are regular ghouls.
I remember there was a river of them.
It's a sea now.
What happened to make the river swell, so to speak?
Well, there are a lot of pharaohs in the world, kid. Us whites, we have a knack for finding them. That's what we call our,
he gestures to his bit smoother skin.
I get you. I get you. So you have a knack for sensing ferals too now, huh?
Not necessarily sensing, more like calling.
Oh, like the other feller did. He waved his hand around and all the ferals just looked up and ran out with him.
Yeah. Whites and revenants.
Man. Hell of a thing. Well, all right, then we got a time frame for that. A couple days, reckon. I'm concerned a lot about. Look toward Dread, your situation.
Well,
And
I need to talk to that revenant who was in here earlier, because if he gets back to Bach and tells him everything he saw here, he's probably going to up the time frame.
oh, shoot.
Great. We wouldn't have the car in this particular situation, too, would we?
Carr, I believe, is back in back at the Lewis and Clark Museum.
Oh,
Lewis and
yeah.
Clark.
I
Yeah,
know
back to
that.
the
That
Oh
was
museum.
that
yeah,
was
we parked
Louise.
it. We parked it there so we could take the boat.
That was
Yeah.
Louise saying that out loud. She knows. She remembers.
Oh.
Oh, shucks. All right.
The boat is currently parked at Vault 66.
No, we took it back from Vault 66, didn't we?
Oh, is
Back
that
to
at
the-
the Lewis and Clark Museum as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because we
put
took it
everything
back.
there.
We brought Johan with us, and then we went down to
Yes,
the cafe and
you-
everything, St. Luke's.
The before
You-
times.
Had to leave the car behind because Johan was with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Massive.
And he did
Large
Massive
lad.
man.
big old feller.
Big old feller.
All right. Then. All right.
We got a lot of things happening in a lot of different directions, y'all.
Yeah, a lot of pots boiling. All right.
Maybe. Maybe it'd be best if we split our focus.
I think that's for the best part.
We still owe assistance to Westport. They
Yep.
have
Yes.
a revolution boiling under the surface.
Damn
And
right.
I guess, Point Man, you're saying somebody better go off and find that guy you just mentioned before he gets back, or at least as soon as possible.
that revenant you're telling me about. All right. Then I guess we
Wait.
should go. Then I guess we should go ahead and make our focus heading up toward Westport.
She reaches out and sort of touches Alvin's arm. And what about your guys over at the motorsports?
Yeah, I gotta figure out what the hell's going on with them too. They're getting desperate and crazed, and I don't know why it is. I want to go ahead and see to them too, for maybe something happens before they boil over like a whole pot of chili spilling out over every damn thing.
Looks up at the ceiling and just breathes out this sigh. Man, Barry, if you could just fucking show your sorry ass in one of these places and make my life easier so I don't have to deal with your shit.
Barry steps out of the shadows. Where is your...
Just pick up a chair, just throw it at him.
Just pauses, looks at him.
Oh!
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
Starts kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Uh,
first time I fought steady. Back up at the Alpha Steel Company, he had lines and phrases and philosophy and everything. We bumped into the White Razor's back at Botanical Garden. Steady didn't say a goddamn thing. He was like
Well.
some kind of feral, half-starved animal. All of them looked like feral, half-starved animals.
All right. Claps her hands together. How we doing this?
If I made a suggestion, probably Point Man, Cynthia, maybe go ahead and take a look at the Revenant. We head up to Westport. Once we fix up Westport, Guess go toward the motorsport park. That's what I'm thinking. If we want to divide it more, Cynthia Point Man, Revenant, Apex Dread, Westport. I'll write down some Damn right you do. Son of a bitch. Even if I wrote instructions, it'd be a pain in the ass.
I mean, I
installed it.
I hate splitting up again. I think we need everyone we can for Westport, but
Yeah, and I don't want anybody near the motorsports park without me.
I'm not going to tell Cynthia what to do, considering glances at her between her and Point Man, just like,
Still staring at him.
Yeah.
Everything said and done. I don't know if I could stomach leaving your side again after all this.
Now that I have a stomach, I don't think I could either.
What about Kara and Dave?
Oh shit, they exist.
They both screamed don't exist.
We exist. That's very rude.
Sorry. Just like Dave's just like, yeah, I told you it's weird.
we are gonna have a summit as one. We gotta draft up a big plan here.
I think we're gonna stay here with Dr. Howell until we're ready to move.
Dr. Howell said he still had testing that he wanted to do. I don't want to leave if Cynthia's going to. At least he could glean information from me rather than her.
When he does move. And if we don't make it back before then, would you accompany my parents to the botanical gardens?
Court. I'll make sure they get to see everything.
I just want them to stay safe. And they look like they could hold their own at least.
We'll take care of them.
Thank you.
Of course. Apex.
Oh.
His eyes shift.
This is all a lot to take in.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I think at this point, Dr. Howell would sit up.
I need to think.
And he walks over and he goes to an old gramophone. Or actually, would it be a gramophone? It would be, no, wouldn't be a gramophone. It would be
a sousaphone.
The thunderous fury of the sousaphone.
Oh, I used to know what they were called. It was a holotape player. Yeah, I think it's just called a holotape player.
I think it is just called a holotape player.
It's this large wooden cabinet that has sort of just been sitting in the corner of the room. You assumed it was just part of the machinery meant to be in here, and it is. It's meant to play. It's meant to play songs, and Dr. Howell grabs a specific holotape, this orange and beige rectangle, that he begins to insert into the holotape player, and you catch the name on the front of it, Johann Sebastian Bach, Toccata and Fugue in D minor.
Oh, I like that one.
As this somewhat wicked sounding song plays over the loudspeakers of the inside of the Science Center, with Cynthia having switched bodies and accomplished what she set out to do this whole time, but with frightening news about the future of the wasteland and maybe conflicts to come. This is where we'll end this week's session.
Woo!
My heart is a dagger of emotions.
I'm in a glass case of emotions.
And like that, 18th century Goths were born.
Wow.
Indeed. Well,
And you can see more of them in V Rising.
Or was it 19th century? I can't remember.
with that, thank you all for stopping by on this very special episode of Gateway.
Yay!
Very special indeed.
I hope you all enjoyed. This does come with some unfortunate news, I'm sad to say. As this will be Caitlin's last session for a long while.
Yeah. It's true. I'm sorry to spring it on y'all. Just knows. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry.
All the Darth Vaders.
No.
I know. So much. There's so much happening.
Unfortunately, yes, there is so much, some might say too much happening, and so, in the best interest of our wonderful Caitlin here, we're going to be parting for now.
For now.
This isn't a forever thing. This is not a forever thing.
Only for now.
Only for now. We will meet again.
Yes.
But in the interim, with seemingly the wasteland teetering on a razor's edge, anything could happen. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we need to do our outros. Caitlin, where can the good people find you? And what are you up to?
You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. Here on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Boobs McBalrog with zeros instead of O's. I will be streaming off and on in the coming weeks. There's just so much happening. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm not going away forever. It's not forever. Just there's a bunch going on at the moment. So I'm sorry to spring it on you all. But yeah. I will be on Ties That Bind tomorrow. But yeah. Thanks, y'all. You're wonderful. And again, not leaving for good, just for now. And
It's not a goodbye. It's a see you later.
Yeah, it's a see you later. It's not a goodbye. But I know that plenty is going to be cooking while I'm out. So.
And I will be keeping you well informed, as Cynthia will be still active in the Wasteland.
Yes, she is still active in the story, just not present during sessions. She's going out for milk and lotto tickets. She'll be right back.
and cigarettes. Don't forget the cigarettes.
Oh, no.
Look, her and Point Man have like 200 years worth of boinking to catch up on.
There's a lot that we have to address that, that has, 200 years is a long time. So, she just needs a little time. That's all. Sarah said the quiet part out loud.
Plus the monogamy thing's like, so I can't have a second girlfriend. No, look, okay.
Listen, me and her have just said, let's not for a while, a couple of times.
We'll talk
In this case,
about
it'll probably be, it's let's not forever.
Great. Love that. Love that for her. Yeah. That's it for me.
Right on. And up next, we've got the Wasteland Wildland, Lanny Pator.
Hey, that's me. You can find me at Lanny Patora all over the internet. Tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Time for the Ties That Bind as we continue to figure out what the hell is going on as there are mutants in the sewers. It's not good. You typically don't want those in your sewers. I mean, it works out in Futurama, and I guess kind of in X-Men. But say, like, you got to deal with it, though. You can't just let it happen. So tune in and figure out. Also, there will be an interrogation of a very, very angry dragonborn sorcerer.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, it'd be hysterical. He's been tortured for essentially 5 years. Real hoo-ha good time. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Time, twitch.tv/LannyPatora. Other than that, I'll be hell diving, and Senua's the Hellblade 2's coming out soon, so I'm playing me some of that when I find time to stream between my busy schedule. That's me.
Excellent. Up next, we've got, hey, you, Mr. Rabbit.
Hey there, buddy. I'm Rabbit. I'm a writer. You can find me on twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I am writing radio plays. I am learning music programs. I am also making demo reels and also doing a lot of auditions. I cranked out a lot today. There's this loud chirpy bird every time I open up my thing, and I was like, I understand Connor's pen, but mine's a bird. This is loud
Try having
bird.
dogs.
Yeah. Every time it would be like, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I've done so many auditions in the middle of the night, you don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I whisper room is lovely to
I got
have
to
when
like
you can.
3:30 in the morning at night because there's this one bird who's just like, it's morning. I'm like, it's still 3:30, dude. Like, but anyway, you can go ahead and find me in all my fun little escapades on twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. I stream horror games with Sarah and Groove on Thursday. I play role-playing games. I also play role-playing games mostly on Friday and Monday, Tuesday. I do all kinds of variety stuff. I like doing. Recently, I've been doing RuneScape and also Guild Wars 2, which is really, really fun. Guys, Guild Wars 2 is really, really fun. It was so funny. Connor called one of the guys in the Harbingers of Revenant, took me all my power for me as Alvin not to go like, oh yeah, Guild Wars 2, I know that. But if you want to go ahead and see me tell my dumb stories, I got a lot of them. Come to twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit, and I'll be sure to give you the funnies and yucks you want. That's me.
Right on. Now we got Sarah. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter and YouTube at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. I mean, I shilled everything already. Yeah, I'll be back with the rabbit next Thursday.
More
I'll
control, right?
Yeah. I believe I'm getting in early enough because I will also be at MizuCon next weekend. That's in Florida, I wanna say? I go on the plane they tell me to. Yeah, it is Florida. I just get on the plane they tell me to get on to, and I let them take. I'm like a child who would get lured away by candy. Where's this plane going? Oh, it's going where you need it to be. Yay! Why am I in
Peru.
Bermuda? Yeah, I was like, why am I in Bermuda? I didn't want to go here. But yeah. So it's me.
Right on. I suppose that just leaves me. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky at Distortion Devil, Instagram at Connor McKinley VA. And you can find my brand new website, https://ConnorMcKinleyVA.cards.co. You can hear my demos. You can send me emails. Hire me. Please. My wallet is so empty.
Mine too!
And speaking of empty wallets, this episode is brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Die?
That's right.
All right, tell me all about it. Great detail.
Die Hard Dice is, as always,
your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. As well, be sure to pick up the Lies Aspect dice. Brand new. Just kidding. Brand new, in stock. They're not brand new. They're like a year old. But they're now back in stock after selling out. Because you people are crazy. I've signed some of those dice bags. That was also crazy.
Oh, wow.
It was very, very cute. As well, check out our spring store. We got all sorts of designs on there you can turn into whatever you want. You can get apparel, you can get stickers, you can get t-shirts, mugs. What was I said at the beginning of the stream? Slime? Did I say slime?
Slime?
Or was it bugs? I forget what I said.
I don't know.
I don't even know. It feels like so long ago. That's because it was. Subs, yes. Delicious subs. And speaking of subs, we couldn't do this week in, week out without bits and subs from people like you. People such as Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey guys, haven't watched Gateway or Unexpectables in 9 months. Oh god, I have a lot of VODs to watch. I'll be back to watch this episode later on. Back to watching Gateway at 2 times speed. Have fun, everyone. Dana is done. Thank you for the follow. Faye Raven, thank you for the 50 bits. Came to say hi and ooh, moving wall / image. Catch you on the VOD. Yeah, a little special treat. That's a .gif for your ass. OTB Blaze, thank you for the raid with a party of 3. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. McCarley.
I'm McCarley.
Oh, God, what?
Ah, yes.
Oh, man.
McCarley.
Yes, thank you for that obvious that I meant to totally mispronounce your name and not that I fucked up, because, it was the other thing. Really.
It was. It was.
Totally.
If you had never said a word, I never would have said anything. I would have let you get away with it whole hog.
Woohoo!
Zenlita, thank you for the additional 100 bits. Caitlin's going out for milk and lotto tickets. She'll be right back. And cigarettes. Can't forget those. And finally, we got 3 bits from Faceless42. So the nurse disappears for the foreseeable future. Someone in the party is going to die, aren't they?
Oh, God. No.
There are
You better
less
not,
bodies to
y'all.
shoot at. You don't think anyone's going to die.
I mean, we are going to be without our healer. We're losing the white mage, essentially.
White mage. More like a red mage, but...
The
yes,
gun
indeed.
mage.
Gun mage. Gun mage that wears white.
Oh man, if we had ever found like a syringe gun and just loaded it up with stim packs for you, then
have
you really
a
could.
syringe. We have one.
syringe
We have a
spear.
syringe gun and we never loaded it with stim packs? What were we thinking?
Maybe we can augment Mr.
I have a
Daliard.
staff. Oh my god.
Mr. Daliard can be the new nurse. He just, stab us with stim packs.
He's
That's what
just
yes.
chilling at Riverside cleaning that same bathroom that we use as a prison
my
every now
God.
and then.
Back,
It's
it's gonna look
sparkly.
fucking immaculate.
It's just like that one stall looks like new.
No, she would have asked him to clean up the whole town.
Boss man just
Not trap
goes
him
in
in
the
a bathroom
bathroom.
forever.
Just his jaw goes slack, takes off his goggles. Just holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Daliard only listens to Cynthia.
Yep. Yeah, Cynthia
Wow.
would have said to clean up around town and help out Boss Man.
But especially that prison bathroom.
So Cynthia leaving for a brief period of time basically bricks Mr. Daliard while she's gone.
Oh my god, I'd be so upset.
Oh my god.
He's soft locked until further notice.
What's that? A Bethesda
hysterical.
game bricking? No.
I was told explicitly that I can only answer to one person.
Oh my god. It's both funny and
Oh my
tragic.
god. Oh, buddy.
Well, chat, much as we would love to prolong this, we do have to get going now. But thank you all much for stopping by.
Yay.
Is there
Still
anybody
see you
on that we
online.
could raid?
Oh, my buddy Tart's playing RE4.
Tart?
Good as anyone.
Yeah.
Farting Tart?
Yeah, Farting Tart. Yep, that's his name.
Let's go ahead and do it up.
He's a very good buddy of mine. I help raid for him.
Let's go ahead and raid Farting Tart. What should our raid message be?
There are two of them.
A blade of my emotions.
A blade of my emotions. I love that
Emotion
one.
This is
blade.
getting out of hand.
Emotion
now
blade,
there are two
yes.
of them.
That'll be the raid message. Emotion blade.
Thanks, chat. I love you. I'll still see you online.
For now.
And tomorrow,
Take
for
care.
Ties the Bind.
Yeah, that is true.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Rest well.
Bye-bye then.
Have a
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Bye bye bye.
Bye-bye.